Hey, collective family, welcome to Scorpio Intuitions. This your girl Mercy. Family, we're gonna just dive into this message right now. The energy that I'm seeing around you is there's an inner knowing that you know that you shift some type of timeline, but this is more so when it's dealing in love. I feel like a lot of you guys have been having like a lot of trouble when it was dealing with matters of the heart, relationships, and for some of you guys, I do feel like you've been targeted. It's something about your love that either people around you or certain family members have could have been like targeting you from the beginning for you not to feel love, feel worthy, or even like feel like you deserve something. Um, and it's something about your love. It's something about you receiving the type of love you always give, that individuals knew that it was going to change not only the course of your life but also it was going to kind of like distinguish the difference between you and some family members. You and it's kind of like there's royal levels, royal bloodlines, and it's like you could have been born in a family where it's like spiritually you were royal and they were not, and they could have been prophesied about you before birth, and it just it's like you ever felt like you're in a energy where it's family, but it's like, why is everybody fucking with me? And like it doesn't matter how much you love, how much it's just that nothing like it's like they try their best to make you feel like you're not desirable. They try their best to make you feel like you're supposed to give, and if they don't give, you should not say anything. It's something about you being discouraged, feeling that the love that you have, somebody wanted to tarnish your love because it's something about the energy that's behind your love and what drives you. But it's something about your love that reveals your confidence, reveals your heart. And other people did certain things because they wanted you to be bitter. Somebody literally were trying to throw dirt on your sunlight, your sunshine. And like I say, this is program. It's like you could have seen kids around you or family members been loved more, been given to more, and it's like when it was your turn to be given to, celebrated, there was no love. And you just like, what the hell is going on? And it's like because your heart is genuine, is pure love. You felt like it's like some things you don't want to, the people you love, you don't want to see them in a light where they fucked up. It's like sometimes you just don't want your mind to think, nah, man, my siblings wouldn't do that. Nah, man, my parents wouldn't do that. Nah, my cousins, this and that wouldn't do that. And like I feel like you be seeing certain shit, but you fight yourself, trying to convince yourself that they like you, but the truth is they not. And I feel like the the programmings that they programmed you with while you were younger, and the experience that you had dealing in this particular family pack that you were raised in, you took other people's beliefs and thoughts that they implanted in you, and that's how you started living your life. Which that's the reason why you start realizing that when you like when you got older and stuff of age, the people that you attract were like-minded energies, because those were the only thoughts that were programmed into your mind. And then you had to learn how to reprogram yourself. And then because of the dynamic and how you were raised, there was no real healthy relationships. You didn't even have real healthy. I feel like you were the health, like it's like you were the healthy food in in a family that didn't eat healthy. And then so if you got and anybody that cooks and shit, if you have produce, if you have fruit and vegetables, if you buy that shit and nobody in the house eat it, what happened? It rots. So it's like these individuals wanted you to rot. because you were the thing that was going to nurture the home, nurture the bodies, making sure that everybody's mental capacity, they're balanced out. You know what I'm saying? You were giving them nutrition. But the thing is, if you're there and you're available, but nobody takes and eats of your fruit, then what happens? The fruit starts to rot. And then some motherfuckers, because they so low vibrational, they put rotten fruit by some fruit. And you know what happened? If a good fruit by a rotten fruit, it deteriorates the good fruit quicker. So some people up in there seeing that you good for the family dynamic, and they throwing more rotten fruit. They putting rotten people around you, hoping that you gonna rot faster, that you were going to be not usable. People can't intake you, because if you are no longer good, how can you be of any type of value to those who's supposed to consume your beautiful energy? And I feel like as you grew and move forward, like you had to literally start fixing your emotional mindset. And you know what? I feel like the reason why I be feeling like, because we are so powerful, I do feel like water signs in general, but Scorpios, us the most, is because we had to find a way with no example. You know, it's like you had to endure through all of the chaos without no one, without no support, without no kind words. It's like you really had to encourage yourself. And I feel like once you start seeing those patterns, because God start putting things in your ear, start resonating with you about some of the things that you were going through with relationships. And then when people could pinpoint to certain things that was happening in your family, or like how you was raised, it was like, damn, there's something to this. That's the reason why a lot of Scorpios, people call you like you psychiatrists. It's something about you being able to understand the mind in levels that a lot of people can't concept. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like so navigating through who you are, reprogramming yourself to the desires that you've always seen, but that have been blocked by those who were around you. I feel like relationships, like they were not really stable, because as you continue to evolve, as you continue to grow, you start realizing the people that you were attaching yourself to was only people that was on the level you was on. But the thing is, if you started from the bottom with family members' old programming, or just your surroundings' old programming, you knew the bottom was the bottom. So as you rose, you came in contact with people that was on that level, but that wasn't the level you were supposed to stay on. That was just on the pathway. That's kind of like like how many people start at the starting line, but how many people make it to the finish line? So that means you had to do the 100 meter. Some people fell out at the 100 meter. Then you had to do the 200 meter. Some people slowed down at the 200, then the 300, the 400, depending how long you was going. And the truth is, you's a long distance runner, because the truth is, this life, like this type of chosen life that you have chosen to be gifted, to be aware, to see through the bullshit. This is a long ass fucking race. So you have to build up that endurance. I feel like most of the relationships, you couldn't have a solid relationship because your path was greater. You couldn't have a solid, a certain solid relationship because motherfuckers were not willing to put in that work. A lot of people don't want to evolve and grow. That's the reason why people become envious, jealous. People feel like they need to break you down. Why? Because your progress, your ability to keep on moving, it shows their lack, or where they're not, or where their endurance is not as strong, or discipline is not as strong as yours. So people can't be around you too long if they're not trying to evolve, because your success or your endurance is going to bring out what they are not willing to do, or the lack thereof. And this is what causes people problems. People are not okay with just being okay. Well, shit, if I don't want to do the most, I don't have to. If I don't want to be my greatest, that's fine. But they take that, and then because they're still at a low vibrational level that you are rising out of, it's like that they want to attack you. Well, if I'm not gonna be great because I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna let this motherfucker be great. And that's some bullshit. And then I feel like right now you're at this level where you've experienced so much, you've done so many things, that It's kind of like you're like, this is like a place where you kind of like balance and leveling out, great things out here, like right now I feel like you don't reprogram yourself to where I feel like you the type of person where it's like if somebody around you talk negative or like just saying things unconsciously, you will check them like, don't say that. Don't say you're gonna die, this life over here, it's like you always this person that's always like motivating somebody or like keeping them in this mindset of just you could do anything. And I tell people, look, if you're going to talk negative about you, I can't be around you. Because if you talk negative about yourself, what makes you think you're not going to talk negative about other people? And sometimes people don't understand, like they be so oblivious to the power and the words that come out their mouth. So I'm like the friend, like either you're going to get tired of me being like, don't say that. We victorious over here. You feel me? Like we the one that's always lifting people up, making sure that they speak in life and not death. Because if you speak in death on yourself, you are your worst enemy. And who wants to be around somebody who is their worst enemy? My point exactly. And like I said, sometimes people just not aware subconsciously because how they were programmed with other people, motherfucking low vibrational thoughts. They just keep doing it. And I hate like when people say, oh no, man, I'm just playing. First of all, that's one thing about me. I'm not gonna speak negative on my life because I ain't playing about my life. I'm not playing about my abundance. Once you realize your purpose and you realize that you're here not just for you, but for those that's coming after you, those that's on that same route as you, this ain't a game. Especially with my, because shit, you powerful, bitch. I know the powers that come out of my mouth. You think I'm a put hell on me? Fuck no. This voice and this life is only for life and abundance towards me and those who fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now your intuition and your gifts are heightening because you are knowing where you're going. And I'm seeing right now, you're in this energy where somebody is definitely in a place where they feel unstable. Okay, I feel like you gave somebody space because like it's like remember when I said like how you had to kind of like come from the bottom here because you had to release those old thoughts that your upbringing had put on you. You got to understand, think about generations and generations, right? Like their thoughts from the past, like the first 7 years are when a child like takes in, absorbs the most. So it ain't even your thoughts, it's the thoughts of your parents, it's the thoughts of their parents that's getting passed down a generation, and that information embeds itself in your DNA. See, look, generational curses are not just the curses of what somebody's done, but it's the knowledge or the lack of knowledge that one passes down. That's why it's very important with us right now that we have to get all of this information now so that our seeds can be more informed, more knowledgeable, more spiritual, understanding the balance between the reality and the spiritual realm, saying that they are not apart, and yes, they both do exist, but how to combine them equally, and so that you can really be so that our offspring can become true creators and not just a victim of false information, false fears, inabilities to tap into their greatness. I feel like a lot of us, our downline are renegades because we black sheep. We're going against the grain because we realized we were brought into a systematic simulation that was built on nothing but lies. And we were the ones that said, you know what, I'm just not gonna take a motherfucking word, I'm gonna do my own research. Now, if anything Players Club taught me was don't take nobody information for what they say, because you gotta get it for your own. I know Diamond ain't saying like that, but it was something like that. Y'all remember when she was sleeping in class? No, because I'm not gonna take nobody information but my own. And I feel like that's what a black sheep is. People who are already like just listening to somebody and just taking their word, oh, okay, and not wanting to question it, not wanting to validate it, not wanting to look it up. But you the one did it. And this is where I feel like your abundance is coming in. And like I said, it was a situation that you could have definitely been in where it could have been a connection or something that you felt like was more on a higher frequency. But I feel like with this connection or this situation, even though you felt like y'all were on on a higher frequency, it was that God was still needing to test you so you can implement your boundaries. Because understand, every level you come in, you have to understand there's so much information. So no matter how wise you are, how wise other people think you are, you still got more wisdom to go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at this level, even though like a lot of your gifts are starting to be more potent, like you're starting to truly acknowledge, know, and shoot, put your life on your gift, because a lot of time your gift done saved your motherfucking life. I feel like, like you're at this level where it's like even relationships that you feel are on a higher frequency, it's still certain things to get to that next level. And I feel like whatever this relationship was, you felt the energy, but at the same time, as time went on and this experience with this particular person started to move forward, you started to realize that somebody may have been like on a higher spiritual frequency, but at the same time, they had certain things that they needed to heal. And I feel like you start recognizing the familiar energy of the past. Like, you ever like been around somebody that you had a connection to in the past, and it was like you were still trying to love somebody through their shit, but you were not loving yourself. And one thing we learned, in order for us to evolve and for us to really continue to move up in this spiritual ranking, is that we have to know we have to love ourselves first. I feel like our first things was friends and family, always being programmed with low vibrational thoughts like, oh, it don't matter what they do, you always forgive family. No, I will forgive you, but I ain't gonna fuck with you, because that's a part of hindering. So am I supposed to still take in or be a part of a dynamic that tried to destroy me emotionally, spiritually, and some physically? Fuck no. I'm forgiving y'all ass so that I don't go into the dark side. You know what I'm saying? And also realizing that this experience was needed for me to be as powerful as I am now. Every situation that I went through, from everything, even from motherfuckers that took shit from me, that, I still want to kill their ass over. I still thank God for that experience, because it made me realize the trust my gift is to trust me. And ever since I've been trusting myself in this gift that the Most High has embarked on me, I ain't never been wrong. And like, it's kind of like listening to somebody and then some shit go wrong. I'm like, shit, I should have just listened to myself. At least I would have felt better about fucking up. But anyway, I feel like, but with this connection that you could have recently had pulled back from, you start seeing the patterns of someone that wasn't healed in certain aspects by the way that they treated you. And I feel like, because you've already seen this before, you just start pulling back, because you realize somebody needed to heal, somebody needed time to get their shit together. And this, so that you didn't pour all your energy into somebody. Because a lot of times, like back in the days when we was young, but not no kids anymore, we would pour out so much energy to people, what they needed and everything, that we started to lose ourselves. We started to lose our goals, where we were going. But that's not our portion no more, because we start to realize that our destiny is so much greater. Like I said, our destiny not just for us, but for those who are around us, And I feel like right now, and not just that, you got a dope ass destiny, and motherfuckers trying to destiny swap. I ain't never seen nobody trying to swap some shit where they shit was better than yours. So what that tell you? You got some good shit coming, okay? But anyway, so now you pull back. This person, somebody is going through a lot of turmoil, instability. Also, I have to say, how I was just saying that, like, forgiving people is one thing, and also some people that took some things from me, like my mind, I still have to be in the energy of, hey, it was supposed to happen, because I still get a little cray cray. I feel like right now God is saying, what you need to know is that you have this strong spiritual team around you. And it's something about right now. I just feel like the day of the Geechee is here. The day of the Geechee is here. Yo, anybody that has intentionally put any type of hex, a lot of your family members too, who have done spiritual work. I don't know why I'm hearing overseas as well. Like against your love life. Some people try to take your people been trying to feed off of your financial stability. It seemed like once you started a business or something, it seemed like something always fell down, because somebody could have took your name or put your name in a box. All I know is that whatever they buried, if they go there right now, it's not there. I'm hearing God is saying right now, a lot of people are about to get the fuck beat out of them. And I mean, like, somebody about to get their ass whooped in the shower with some switches. And I ain't talking. I'm talking about them switches that you had the braid that was thin, that still got some leaves on the end. That's back in the day. You been back in, well, anyway. Some people got hit with extension cords, but I'm telling you, somebody about to get their ass beat in the shower. By fucking with you, because I'm hearing God said you are not supposed to, somebody, God told some people not to fucking touch you. You are your mission. It's like you are like the seal. You are like the untouchable seal. You are like the ancient souls. You are the ancient souls reawakening. Like you are supposed to be the seal to the veil of the untouchable veil. And like when I was getting this message, it remind me of, like, how them people going like going to Egypt, and they like they digging up tombs and shit that have curses on it, telling them don't fuck with it. That's kind of like you, but in a more catastrophe way. It's like God said, I writ on there, don't touch me, don't touch this one. I told you you are a spiritual plague that a lot of people don't even realize they unleashed. Some people gonna wish they was never born. And I'm hearing God is saying it's something that activated since this full moon. Something that activated since this full moon. All strongholds, all curses have been destroyed. And now all the energy. You know what I see? I'm seeing like it's like you like when you got here, you knew you were gonna have to go through some shit, right? I feel like there was more put on you than was supposed to be, because it's like, back in the day, people had it's kind of like an understanding, but in this generation, even with spiritual warfare, it's like there is no code, right? And I feel like when you came in, it's like from birth, you got thrown, people were throwing rocks, and it's like you was just taking that. Even at one point in time through life, you could have looked like TP Hearns, just swole up, you feel me? But you kept on going, and God knew that there was going to be a time where it doesn't matter all the curses that's being thrown at you, all the bad mouth, and all the trying to tarnish your character, trying to be the victim of some attacks that they've done on you. God said there was a particular point in time that once this time hit and you still was choosing the path that you wanted, it's like that seal unlocked. And I feel like it's something about this year. It was something about this full moon that we just had a couple of days ago, which officially unlocked who you are, officially everything that and that's the reason why it seemed like it's like your intuition letting you know great things are coming, and it just seemed like people just throwing shit at you, because it's kind of like when you gotta pee, right? When you ride in a car and like you gotta use the restroom, you leaving the destination, and it's like you gotta use it, but the closer you get to the house, the more you gotta piss, right? And it's kind of like that. So people knew that you was almost at that finish line, and a lot of people put their life on the line thinking that they was gonna be able to destroy you, not even knowing who you were. And let's just say, man, you are somebody that ain't supposed to be fucked with in this life and their life. And right now, a lot of people who even put their life on the line, somebody put their blood on the line, that they were going to be able to subdue you, because they felt like, because they had the opportunity since you was born. And now that you're making it, a lot of people are about to perish away because they fucked with you. And the thing is, God been telling me the other day, God said, you need to let your people know they are the one. If this was the Matrix, you are Neo. All right. It is all banking on you. And the world you in, this is your universe. God says, once you tap into that, and once you move without lack, move throughout this world, knowing that everything you desire is already yours, and walk as so it shall be. We're going from a place where manifesting things is not going to be hard. As soon as we think it and say it, we have it, because there's no doubt in our mind, because we're starting to walk and know who we are. And coming back to this relationship, now I feel like it's crazy, because like I went through all that, but it's something about a particular connection or somebody you're connected to right now that is about to play a big role in your life. Okay. Like there is somebody here where I feel like you had to pull back from somebody, because understand, when you met this person, you activated something in them. They activated something in you. You knew this was a spiritual telepathic thing. I feel like when you want to communicate, this person, somebody could be a musician, they could be, I know it's something that they're good with, music, but it's like y'all can communicate through music, and certain things like coincidences, it's like synchronicities just keep on happening around this person. And I feel like the final test for you to actually be in a connection worth you was that you had to God said, like, you had to identify that a connection with somebody, it was different, it was for you, but also you had to be able to love somebody without any pressure, also while acknowledging that you are a gift and we do not chase, we attract, because everything we want, we already got it. And I feel like right now you pull back, and now somebody that you pulled back from that was feeling things but thought they could still play a outdated game with the ancient new body energy. They realizing that this is not what they want. So now somebody is going through some type of turmoil, and also you have awakened in them what they needed to let go. See, God said you and this person, because you are so balanced, especially this might be a twin flame dynamic, because you so balanced, you inject balance into this other person, and it's definitely dealing with love. There's going to be a day soon, I'm hearing before July, somebody that you already thinking about is about to reach out to you. And once this communication starts, it's like this is where your life is starting. There is a windfall of money as well coming in. I'm hearing that God said, I'm about to bless you so big material wise that everybody that has ever known you is not going to understand. And I feel like you're just going to be like, man, it's just God. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I had to acknowledge the God in me. People are not going to feel like your answer is good enough. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, somebody, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Right now, everything is lining up in your favor. Everything you want, your divine twin, that especially the one that you know that you're waiting on, and God is saying, do not reach out, especially. It's something about this feminine energy. God is saying, for the feminines, you are waking up the divine masculines, and in order for them to get the things that they desire, they're gonna have to handle you accordingly. Ooh, they have to handle you accordingly. God says, you came this far without settling, you damn sure gonna get what you want now. And not just that, but everyone, even those who programmed you with that bullshit, even those who made it their mission to try to tear you down, destroy you, even those who tried to corrupt your love life, even those who tried to take your destiny. God said the destiny that they wanted, they about to get. They are about to get, they're going to have to go through everything you went through. See, a lot of people want to be in your position, but really don't know what it takes to get there. A lot of people hating on your wisdom and your intuitive ability, but not knowing how, like how many times you have to self-evaluate. You got a lot of low vibrational people, individual family members, old friends, lovers, and shit that was jealous of you because you were willing to do the work for thyself, and they wasn't. They were willing to stay around low vibration people that was going to feed them that bullshit, their insecurity, while you pull back and you start evaluating yourself. They stayed around people who made them feel comfortable. You got in uncomfortable situations so that you can see the best results, and then they want to destroy you because you took the time out to focus on you while they didn't. While they fucking with people that's pacifying them. You said, nah, bitch, I can't feed steak to a baby, and I want some meat. So what happened? You start growing, you start evolving. God is saying somebody coming in, and then somebody want to financially help you as well. This is so your absence is affecting this person. And so now they're saying they're willing to put in the work. Somebody wants to show you the side of them that they was masking up. Because you know, just like they know what y'all felt. But now, since you had to pull back, you made this person realize in order for them to have you, they have to do what they need to do. They have to get rid of them third parties. They have to release what don't serve them, because you've proven to them you're not gonna come in an unclean house. You're not going to put yourself in a situation that's going to create more chaos or more feeling abandonment or this like lack energy, like you're needy. And you show somebody you don't need shit but you to be in a good mindset, a good mind frame, because whatever you want, you're going to have. And now this person realizes, this person sees in you what they know they need a target in them. And this person is coming back. I keep seeing someday, somewhere, anytime. This person is praying to come towards you, to give you this offer, because they know you, they person. And right now, I feel I can't sleep, baby, without you in my life. Your person up right the fuck now, thinking about you, right now. You know it. And like I say, every time you think about them, just having your head shit, they figuring out the words. Because understand, whatever you want, you already got it. Now just visualize it happening. Visualize those emotions. Visualize how you'll feel when they hit you up, because you know they are. And this person, something I feel like this person is a good picker. And you the best picker in the universe. So shit. Anyway. All right, y'all. That's the message. If y'all want, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all a little later. And y'all, I'll do questions on the next video, probably in the next hour, if y'all love. Toodaloo.